Hey guys, Scott from Aristocab.com here.
And Seth from Don't Go To My Websites or You Might Get Hacked.com.
Together, the three of us and some Romanians, we are Markwood Men's Breakfast Club, apparently. Welcome back. Good to see you. Good morning, boy.
Good morning, Homer.
So, to start this off, I want to talk about something that I mentioned on my channel, which is Pipes and Cigars has a really interesting sample pack with 5 tobaccos in it, and it's called The Many Faces of One Q. Now, it contains 5 different tobaccos, one of which is Lane 1Q, and 4 others. What are you doing?
Lighting the table on
I
fire.
see that. Why are you lighting the table on fire?
Well, because it
leaked?
It leaked. It leaked. I just wanted to see how long it would burn, as you were.
Oh, I'm not sure. Anyway, so they have, you get 5 tobaccos, you get 2 ounces of 5, 2 of Lane 1Q, and then 2 ounces of 4 other blends that the folks at Pipes and Cigars deem being similar to, perhaps inspired by, Lane 1Q.
Who are these people? Who do these people think they are?
Russ Ouellette is one of them, right? So he's one of their, if not the master blender there.
And who does he think he is?
He thinks
he can say what
Russ
is
freaking Ouellette.
what is and what isn't like Lane 1Q. Let the 1Q master be the judge.
Remember,
Let's go.
He is the maker of Opus.
That's true.
His Opus.
That is true. Magnum Opus, not Mr. Holland.
The Magnum Opus. Anyway, so this is one. I am now 3/5 of the way through the sample pack, with the first one being Lane 1Q. That one I have covered. But I thought I'd share this one with you, boy. And
did you smoke the 1Q that came in the sample pack?
I actually did.
Of course you did.
actually did.
Of course you did.
I still can't make out the stupid label. This is one I can't.
I got you.
No, because it's not written right.
Newminster 48 Danish Gold.
Oh, it is Newminster. That's it. It's
Newminster.
It looks like Newminski.
No, it definitely is Newminster.
All right, so
48.
Newminster 48 Gold.
Danish.
All of these.
Danish Gold.
All of these are Cavendish tobaccos, which I like. So far, the 2 that I've smoked, this one and a McClellan, both of them great tobacco. There's one coming up that is a... why can't I'm going to have to do something. My brain is not working.
Probably should do something. We should have done like a game show or something with this. Name that 1Q.
Oh, well, you know, we still can.
Maybe we
can. So I'm smoking it in
when's the pipe show?
In a very blonde country gentleman.
When's the pipe show? When's the taps?
There's that's early in April.
Yeah.
Like April 5th, I think.
We're definitely gonna miss it.
Why do you say that? We don't know what it is.
Because we don't know what it is and we always miss it.
No, it's on my calendar, and it's on my calendar, and it's on my calendar. I have it several days on my calendar with reminders a week out, so we should be okay. Woo. Anyway, so a couple things to talk to you guys about today. The first one is I've kind of gone on a little purchasing kick where I guess in a sense I've been inspired to order some utility knives. Oh, you know what? Talk to them for a minute. I think I have one over here I can show. Talk.
I know that we've shown off the Utility. One of my favorites, the keychain knife. Does the Pocket Monkey count as a utility knife?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. You know what it also doesn't count as? An orange opener. This is leaking like crazy. What? Probably shouldn't lay it down. My Zippo. My Zippo. I'm just going to have to keep lighting your table on fire.
I thought for sure I had it right here. I guess I don't.
Look at that. What am I doing wrong with this? It's leaking.
Look at that. Just leave the lid open and let it air out for a little bit. Anyway, I have one of those folding utility knives that initially sounded like a great idea, but it's made of solid aluminum, cast aluminum, and it's so ridiculously heavy I can't carry it.
You're talking about the hatchet that you showed off last week?
No, not the hatchet.
A couple weeks ago?
A folding utility knife. Okay? So, but the idea of using a utility knife blade or a knife with a utility knife blade appeals to me because I find most of what I'm doing is opening packages anyway.
Define utility knife. I mean, are we talking X-Acto blade? Are we talking talking like a razor blade?
We're talking this style of utility knife right there. Here's
so
a picture.
Like a box cutter.
Here's a picture on the back. A box cutter type of a knife. But, okay, for years I used to carry an Ace Hardware Store box cutter, the kind that uses a single edge razor. And back when my wife's family had an Ace Hardware Store, that was the knife I carried. I carried it all the time. I stopped carrying it around as I started carrying my pocket knife more regularly. But I find that the things I'm doing with that knife are either underwhelming, cutting a box open, I get tape residue all over it, or I'm doing something I probably shouldn't be doing with it. I should reach for a different tool. So the idea of having a utility knife that I can put in my pocket that's somewhat lightweight, that could serve as my everyday carry, actually has some appeal to me. So
see, I have a better solution.
What's that?
Stop doing underwhelming things with your life. Do things deserving of your pocket knife.
My knife, not my life. My life.
Yeah, do things deserving of your...
I purchased this, and look,
here you are talking about your knife. Here, let's just show the multi-faces of...
I still have my knife.
That's a good one.
I still have my knife, or I could just pull the tab here on the envelope.
Let's say, show the multi-uses of the patented Aristocob golf tee.
All right, so this knife right here, which is made by Gerber, this is the EAB pocket knife. However, there's an interesting story behind this, and that is that this is the original model, and from what I understand, there was a recall of some sort on this, and then they came out with a new version that I've also got that one on order. So maybe by next week I'll have that, and we can play around and compare the two. The old version is still available, and maybe it's still in production for all I know. But what I will tell you is on Amazon, the old version's more expensive than the new version.
So is this the old version or the new one?
This is the old version. So everything that I've seen actually tells me that I'm probably going to like this old version better than the new version. But I went ahead and bought both, like I said, just to make that decision for myself. So guess which one you're going to get?
The one that you don't like?
That would be correct.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Folded up, this is pretty slick, pretty sleek. It functions as, can function as a money clip. I won't need that because I have a money clamp that I use. It's pretty thin, and it folds open, and there's your utility knife blade held in place in a pretty simple little design.
Now, how does that lock?
It has a liner lock, which of course I hate liner locks, but at least it locks. And I was concerned I would not own a knife that doesn't lock, having lost a fingertip. It does have a little place to rest your finger. That also acts as a bit of a safety to keep yourself from getting cut. The weird thing about this is it requires a screwdriver to change the blades. All the other versions do not require a screwdriver, but they're also so much more bulky. So, anyway, that's the knife. Now, while we're at this, I thought, and that's why I don't like liner locks.
So you're back to the situation where you have your box cutter now tool, and then you need a tool that you shouldn't be using this for because you can't change the blades.
I'll use my pocket monkey.
Yeah.
Or I'll use a dull tip on the other one that I get.
Or utility key, or a quarter.
Suddenly noticed I wasn't smoking.
We've all been noticing for a while.
All right.
So the problem I've always had with these, I had one for a while. It was bigger than this.
Yeah.
Which I like a knife that is. I like a knife that I would say is medium range. That's a pretty standard, standalone knife range. This would be too small, I think, for me to want to carry it every day.
What are you doing? Are you gutting fish or?
No, but I like to. I have lost pocket knives before, and I like something that's a little bit bigger than this, so that I can actually feel its presence, know that it's there. It just keeps me.
Compare those two to each other.
Yeah, they're about the same size, but to that point, I've stopped carrying this one.
About the same
primarily.
about the same length, not quite as big in width as the other one I've been carrying, and it looks to be about the same thickness.
The clip. That's a good clip. That's a good clip. The clip on the Z knife is really good, but that one's Gerber's solid.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I stopped carrying the utility blades because it's very limited in what you can do with it.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, I have a task for it. I've got a Yabo that I think we're going to put off until next week. We're going to put it off till next week?
Sure.
Yeah, and I'll use it to open up my my package. However, I went on a search then for the best utility knife, and if you Google best utility knife blade, you'll get all kinds of crap. Most of it is put out by the various utility knife blade companies.
Huh.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. And but what I did find was folks were speaking very highly of the Lenox Gold blade. Now they have two versions of their kind of improved or whatever you want to call this ultimate type of a blade. They have the gold, and then they have one that's carbide. The blade itself is not carbide, but it's a dual a bimetal, and then it's got some carbide, either a carbide tip or carbide embedded in the tip. How
Do they make one that's adamantium?
It is no, they don't. No, they don't.
What a shame.
This one, it says it is lasts 3 times longer, stays sharp 3 times longer than the standard blade. The carbide one says 5 times longer. So I went to Lowe's with my grandson Smuckers, and we were shopping for blades. And I was showing them all the various knives. They still have that classic old Stanley cast aluminum one that I still use for making shaker oval boxes. It's one where the blade is clamped out, it doesn't retract at all, but man, it holds the blade perfectly rigid, and you also know it's never going to retract on you because it doesn't retract. All the way up through some crazy huge, almost like they're like Swiss Army knife blades that have multiple other tools on board. I would have to wear them on my belt if I had that. Anyway, so I was about to buy, I think it was a 3-pack of them. Let me make sure I get this right. It's a 3-pack for $5, or it was a 5-pack for $3. I think it was a 5-pack that was $3. And I was showing Smuckers how, look, if you buy, if you know that this is the one you're going to buy, you could actually buy them. I just cut myself.
Wow.
Just sliced right through my fingertip with the
And
blade
that,
that's
boys and
on
girls, is why you always get a knife that locks.
That's right. That's right.
Because this one time he cut his finger with the blade that didn't
when
lock.
it closed. What a maroon. Anyway, look at that. I'm bleeding. I'm hemorrhaging. Hold on. We have to Instagram this before it coagulates. Here, I gotta hold my.
Wow.
Oh, what a moron! I mean, seriously.
All right, so
How ridiculous. I can't get the dumb thing to focus.
So one thing that jumps out at me on the packaging that says that these are shatterproof, and
yeah.
Have you seen the newest craze on the internet, or at least on Reddit, is and been pretty popular on YouTube? Things being crushed by hydraulic clamps or hydraulic
Presses?
presses.
No,
Yes.
I can't say that I've seen that.
You should Google it. It's amazing.
Why are people crushing things with hydraulic presses?
Why is there a channel where a guy takes slingshots and makes them deadly? Because it's the internet.
Yorg.
And one of the things that they did is they took pieces of paper, and they say in theory you can't take any piece of paper and fold it more than 7 times. Can't be folded because it compresses so much. Mythbusters disproved that by making a piece of paper that was the size of an airplane hangar. And they got it to fold like 12 times. With the press, they took a normal piece of paper, folded it 7 times, and were trying to compress it, and it shattered. It literally...
The paper?
Yeah, the paper. It hit a point where they were trying to compress it, and it just went and shattered and broke off. And it was almost as if it had crystallized into tree bark almost. They did another one with a hockey puck. It's a lot of fun. So, like to see this shatterproof.
It says shatterproof.
It does.
I don't have.
It also looks on the cover that they recommend you putting it between 2 pairs of pliers and bending it. So
we're gonna do that.
That'll be next week.
Okay. So I have a package full of Stanley razor blades, utility knives that I've been using for a while now. But so back to my story before I cut myself. So I'm telling Smuckers that, okay, this 5-pack for $3, and I showed him how to work that out to figure out exactly how much you're paying per blade, and then I showed him a 50-pack for $20, and said, look, if this turns out to be the blade that I want, I will buy a 20-pack or a 50-pack because that's a great price. I just happen to have another 50-pack that I've been working my way through. I don't need to have 50 of this new blade. So then we walk over to the register, and as we're walking by, Smuckers points out, there's some more of those blades. And it was the exact same pack of the Lenox blade that was over in the tool section.
The 50-pack?
But the 50-pack, but it was over by the contractor area, and they were on clearance for $14.90 something.
Nice.
So, I don't know. That was my number.
Yeah.
Like, I said to myself, Self, you've wasted $14 on worse things.
$14.90 something bucks.
I round down.
Yeah.
This is why my wallet is always empty for some reason. Always catches me by surprise. Anyway, these things, you can dispense a blade out through the side of these. I don't know if you've ever used one of these, boy. And now this is where I'll cut myself again.
I know, I've seen this pan out. I know we've told the story before, but one of my favorite...
Homer with a knife stories.
Homer with a knife stories. We went to a outdoor store, and we were.
I don't like this story.
We're looking at a Leatherman Wave or one of the.
It was the
Gerbers.
brand new Wave.
Brand new, and we asked the guy if we could see it, and he pulls it out of the counter. Well, it's on display, and everything is fanned out. So he pulls it out of the display with everything fanned out.
And just hands it to me.
He says, "Here you go." Right into his hands. So he's having to close all of these pieces.
And they fold in directions I didn't expect, because some fold, down from the bottom of the handle like the typical Leatherman. Some fold out of the bottom to the inside. Some folded out at the top at the pivot point. It was crazy, and by the time I was done folding it up,
he left them with an awful lot of blood.
I was bleeding. Both hands were cut up. Oh, I guess I need to get my pocket monkey out now, because we're going to change the blade on my knife.
This feels a little bit ridiculous.
What does?
It's so much more convenient, guys.
The fact
you only have to get the pocket monkey to make your knife work. God forbid we use the knife for something that we shouldn't be. So let's get the pocket monkey.
Finger cutting?
No, it definitely is for that.
I wonder if I should follow the instructions. I'm not even sure how this blade is removed from this, and here's where I cut myself again.
here's cut number 3. You're witnessing it right now.
Okay, it looks like you take this thing completely off, or maybe far enough that you can pivot it.
You probably have to take it all the way out.
I should read the instructions here.
You probably have to take it all the way out, because it probably goes all the way through.
Warning, you will cut your finger while removing from the package.
Caution! Gerber. Caution! With a triangle and an exclamation point. Cut hazard. Sharp blades. Improper use, chiseling, ice picking, prying, applying force onto back of blade, or contact. Or contact with the blade.
Any contact.
May result in injury. Always keep blade away from fingers and body. Do not use if damaged or blade is loose, or apply force onto back of blade. Handle with care. If not in use, store in a sheath or safe place. Improper use of the components may result in serious injury or cause damage. Do not use if the tools are loose. Always close handles so pliers, jaws are retracted inside of handle before using blades or other tools. Keep out of reach of children. Caution, cutting hazard if used to open other blades. other non-Gerber brand blades. We will cut you. We will cut you. We will cut you good. Okay.
I'm gonna go get a screwdriver.
So this does have looks like it's got a full lifetime warranty, North America only.
Do we have to keep the package and the original blade?
Don't you be getting your blood on me.
That's this hand.
Repair replace.
Not warranted against blood stains. Oh, goodness. Oh, come on. Tip of my screwdriver has somehow gotten itself magnetized unexpectedly.
So have you even gotten the first blade out yet?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay.
But now I think I've stripped the threads. No, I'm good.
Gosh. Should have stuck with the pocket monkey.
No, I had too far to go. I'm scared of this thing now. Okay, so here's where we need our buddy Jay to help us. We should have some sort of a test to test the sharpness of these.
Right. Yeah, because one of the reasons why I don't care for these is these get gunked up just as well as any other blade.
It doesn't say that it's sharper either, does it? It just says it stays sharper?
It says it's... True. It says it stays... What does it say? It says 3 times the life. It doesn't even say 3 times the sharpness, or it doesn't say it'll be sharper or stay sharper. It just says 3 times the life.
You are going to hurt yourself with this, but longer. Yeah, see, I did this in a handle. I am definitely going to hurt myself. I'm not that big of a klutz. Just tonight is not... and we're recording this at night. There again, I blow the magic that is Markwood Men's Breakfast Club.
Right. So what was your point in showing everyone this blood in the toy?
I thought that it was going to be kind of cool. And I think that it is. I like the size and the shape and the feel of it. And I think I like the idea of carrying a utility knife. I'll do it for a while and I'll report back and let you know what I think.
That's a good idea, I think.
Yeah. I wish it weren't a liner lock, though. I just don't like liner locks like I do a lock back.
They are
blade
rarer and rarer to come by.
Which, the lockbacks?
Yeah.
I know.
We went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works last weekend, and
wait.
I mean, I definitely didn't do that. Yeah, I did. Went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I didn't spend any money, though I wanted to. I would have if they had any of the blades that I want on sale. I really am interested in picking up a new Spyderco or a Benchmade. And sometimes they have really great deals. They did not. So, and those are knives that retail about $100 a piece. Benchmade makes one that shoots out of the front of the handle, but it's like $400. It's the one that the Russian carries in Mission Impossible, or a similar design.
Okay, yeah, that makes me want one.
But you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that?
No.
You don't remember that blade that he slams on the table?
No.
Well, you should, because it's an awesome blade.
Unlike most people, I guess, maybe.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
I watched Mission Impossible one time. I probably saw it at the theater.
What?
And then I went about my business.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Great movie. Not the newest one. I know you only saw that one.
I didn't care. I don't care for what's his nose, Craig.
Tom Cruise.
No,
You're thinking
James
Bond.
James Bond. You're talking
Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise.
No, I didn't see the newest one. I guess
we saw it in theater and we talked about it on our show.
Which one was it?
That was the one that was just like the James Bond movie. It was the one where they're in the opera and he's Rogue Nation. Okay. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. We saw it together.
You mean, okay, this is one where there was a gun dealer, arms dealer, and they had to go rogue, and if they got discovered, then they would be disavowed. Is that the one?
It's the one. It's the one with Simon Pegg, and they do that thing.
I do remember that one. Okay,
underwater.
That was good.
The underwater turbine.
Okay, yes, that was.
Yeah,
good.
I know.
I like that one. All right.
Yeah.
I don't remember the knife.
The first. Well, that's because it wasn't in that one. It was the first one, Mission Impossible 1, where he hangs from the rope and goes all.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the computer, and then when they get back, the guy slams his knife down, and it's one of those knives.
Was it the Russian?
Yes. It was in fact a Russian, the one that's all sweaty up in the vent system.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
That's the movie where Tom Cruise has the mask and then he's all like face off. But not to be confused with Face Off, which is different. My wife and I had a conversation about Face Off the other day.
Yeah.
She said, Nicolas Cage, he's the good guy in that, right? Well, for some of the movie, for part of the movie, I said it probably would be easier to talk about the characters and the actors, because they are both the good guy and they are both the bad guy.
That's right. That's right. Actually, I like that movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. That's one I have seen more than one time.
What?
Yeah. There's a couple movies I've seen more than once. That Thing You Do. I've seen that one a couple times.
You've seen that every time. Mystery Men?
Yeah, Mystery Men.
Every time.
I was pulling up the moment from Mystery Men where the Sphinx is working with them and telling them to,
stand on the watermelon?
Before the watermelon on the feet and balancing a tack hammer on your head. It was when they were standing in a line and he said, "Repeat after me. I believe in my powers." And they all, chests out very strong. "I believe in my powers." These are all wannabe superheroes, by the way. "I believe in the powers of my teammates." And all of a sudden they get real quiet. "I believe in the powers of my teammates." Funny.
Yeah,
I was talking to somebody who's very confident in their own ability, but did not have confidence in their teammates. And I just laughed and said,
yeah.
"You need to see something."
Yeah, I think of that movie quite often. In particular, every time I do, it doesn't matter what gets me there, thinking about Mystery Men. Mm-hmm. But for me, my mind always goes back to Carmine falling down an elevator shaft onto some bullets. Yeah. Yeah.
I think about being fraculated.
Psychofraculated?
Still be fraculated. Yeah, that one gets me all the time too. I think with Pee-wee's new movie out makes me think of Mystery Men. The last time I truly laughed at Pee-wee.
Look, Netflix is trying so hard to shove Pee-wee down our throats. I regret saying it immediately. But they're trying so hard. It was really frustrating to hop on a Netflix.
He shows up in everything, right?
Yeah.
What's new? What's trending? Dark comedies,
I go
romantic comedies.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Pee-wee again.
I go on looking for Daredevil the day it releases, Daredevil Season 2, because Season 1 was awesome, and I'm excited about it, and I can't find it. And the only thing up top, big up top, is Pee-wee. And then scrolling down, there's Pee-wee, there's Pee-wee, there's Pee-wee. And I had to go searching for this Netflix original series that they push and push and push. There have been previews all over the place. And then all of a sudden, they're like, it's like they're hiding it on their page. Because they know people are going to be looking for it.
Does he have his costume in this season? Mm-hmm. Season 1, excellent. Episode 1, the fight in the hallway.
That's episode 3.
Whatever.
4. It's amazing.
Wow, that was so good. Another series on there that I don't know if are you watching House of Cards?
I have watched a House of Cards. Okay. Not much of it, but I know that it's great, and I have heard from all of my friends who are huge fans that season 4 is the best since season 1, if not better than season 1.
It's good. I watched it over the course of 2 weeks. I mean, that's not really binge watching, but I did, and I liked it. It's good. It's an interesting. It's most definitely an R-rated show. It definitely has some things that might make you squirm around a little bit when you see them, but it's a good show. And Boontar was recommending that I guess there was a previous version that was a British show, of course, like most good shows, originally British.
Yeah.
That is only a few episodes long. It was like a mini-series. And I haven't seen that one yet, but I intend to.
Except it's all about parliamentary law. Probably won't understand it.
Probably so. And they probably call cards something completely different over there. You know, like trucks and trunks. T-words.
Yeah. If you have no interest in watching Daredevil, but want to see the scene we're talking about, just go to YouTube and search for Daredevil hallway scene. It's one of the most popular scenes of the whole first season because it's amazing. It's about an 8-minute long fight sequence. So one of the things that's incredible about it
appears to be one take, but I don't think it is.
It truly is one take.
I don't think it is.
I have watched the behind the scenes. It truly is one take.
There's that one point where they both go into the room, where they kind of fall into the room. They could have cut that.
They didn't. It is one take.
I choose to believe that they probably did.
However, it is not one actor.
That's what I meant to say.
Right. So the actor goes into a room. They're in a hallway. There are several doors down the hallway, and there are thugs in the different rooms, and they've kidnapped a kid. Is the basic setup. And Daredevil has just been beat to crap in the scenes leading up to this. He's been stabbed and maybe even shot.
Is blind.
Right.
We know that. That's not a big.
It doesn't matter.
Not a big spoiler. He's blind.
But so the scene follows him down this hallway, and the camera pans around as he breaks down one of the doors, and you see a bunch of guys playing cards, and he starts beating the crap out of them. And the camera moves, and most of the fighting, almost all of the fighting, takes place in the hallway.
Because other rooms are beginning to empty, right?
Right, and they keep going kind of back and forth between the rooms, and knocking this guy out, and then tackling this guy into the room here. And so it is a single shot sequence from start to finish, which is amazing. Those are always impressive to me.
Like the movie Birdman. Did you see Birdman?
I did. I watched Birdman with you.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. Another one is Serenity.
We watched Birdman at your house the same night we saw Jack Reacher. No, not Jack Reacher.
Never seen that one.
What was the Keanu Reeves one that I was so surprised? Jack Black? No, Jack Black.
John Wick.
John Wick. Wow, that was another good movie.
Yeah, that's a guy movie through and through, and it's a movie where it's about 5% dialogue and 3% plot, and 97% awesome, 98% awesome.
Yeah,
it's all just Keanu Reeves doing gun fu, gun fu, Matrix style fight scenes.
Do you think when he's like really old he'll be doing gun fu?
Maybe,
probably so.
He's
like my age, isn't
he? Yes, and he is surprisingly fit and good with a weapon. I saw a video recently of him at a shooting range doing shooting competitions. So it was awesome.
But are you sure that wasn't
Bradley Cooper?
No, I think that was the other one. The guy that married
Ben Stiller.
The guy who married Demi Moore after
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher
may have been the one that
Machine Gun.
May have been the one that you watched, but the one I saw was Keanu Reeves in a hallway. No, wait.
But just when you kind of figure that, okay, he's done it. He's done the Matrix 3 times, which we still haven't talked about the directors of the Matrix, or the producers of the Matrix, the brothers that became a brother and a sister and who are now both sisters.
Are they?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, both sisters as of recently. Anyway, I didn't intend for this to become a movie review, and it was a pretty awful movie review, but I think we've run long.
So would you say, then, that as we finish up talking about Face Off, that this successfully
takes the face off
of 1Q?
No, it doesn't take the place nor the face of 1Q. Although I will say, it's not bad at all.
No.
I mean, it's right in there. And,
it's a good...
And I would smoke it if I didn't have 1Q. I mean, the thing is, it's more. If I were to buy this, it's more expensive per ounce. I don't personally find it better than 1Q. So, you know, it's got something in there that's a bit more peppery, I guess you could say. I don't know what that is. One of the tobaccos that's in there, it's got a little more zip
Pepper.
to it, but it's not a bad tobacco. So again, that is, what is it called? Wachowski?
New Minster 48 Danish Gold.
Give it a try. Get this. Get the sample pack. It's $20, and you get 10 ounces for $20.
You forget who
$2
you're
an
talking
ounce.
to.
They're so
You
far
forget,
ahead of me.
You
is that what you're
forget.
saying?
No. But you forget that these are not aromatic smokers. We know that because every year, all we get at Tobacco Advent is the aromatic tobacco.
They're
they
just
don't
doing
want.
that to me. You know, something else about these guys and gals, and we'll talk about this next week. For this one, we should end it. Guys, thanks for joining us. Make it a great week, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Bye.